What's good, y'all? It's 2 of Reek. Today, I'm gonna be going through a video on how to install your front brakes on my 2013 CBR1000RR. Couple things you're gonna need right there below. You're gonna need a torque wrench. Longest you can get up to 33 foot-pounds. That's about the highest you're gonna need for this project right now. You're gonna need a 14mm socket right here. You're gonna need a 5mm hex to take off the pins from the brake, from the caliper. You need a 14mm for the bolts, a toothbrush to clean inside, some Loctite, and of course your brakes. All right there. That's everything you're gonna need. And a little pad right there that I have, a little Scotch-Brite pad to scrub down the rotors, so you know you're not having old brake wear on your rotors with the new pad. So just go ahead and wipe them down a little bit, so your clean brake pads will be starting on a clean surface. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to start with your 5mm hex key right here to loosen up the pins, because you want to loosen up the pins right here first before you take the caliper all the way off, because if you don't, it's gonna be a kind of a hard time to crack them pins open, loosen them up while they're not on the rotor anymore. So it's just easier to go ahead and just loosen them up right now. You don't have to take them all the way off, but let's just loosen them up. Turn this out of the way. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and loosen them up a little bit. Okay, next, what you want to do, you want to take your, let me get this right here. You want to take the 14mm socket and you want to take off these bolts that hold everything there. The caliper bolts, 14mm. Loosen these. So I'll come back to you once I get to the next. Okay, once you get your bolts all the way loosened, go ahead and slide them out. I'm gonna place them right here for right now. Now you should be able to slide the caliper off. So now what you want to do is go ahead and get your 5mm for the pins. Get the 5mm for the pins right here and just take them all the way out. Take the pins all the way out once you do that. And once you take the pins all the way out, the brake pads itself will be loose enough that you can slide out, take out. Go ahead and slide them out. 1, 2. So now you got your pads right here on the inside. The pads right on the inside, you see how loose they are? You should be able to just take them right out. Set that one right there. Set this one right here. So now what you want to do right now, you can go ahead and inspect the inside of your caliper. So you want to check for like any little dirt and grime and little gunk that's built up inside of right here, inside your pistons and everything. So I'm gonna take a little toothbrush, excuse me, and just scrub it out. Just a little bit, nothing too much, nothing too crazy. Some people go it ain't too bad inside of mine right there. So pretty good with that. Just scrub it down a little bit. Break up any loose gunk and brake material and dirt that's in there and get it all out. Inspect on the inside of the piston right there, the caliper. Clean that out a little bit. Like I said, mine it ain't too bad. It ain't bad at all, for real. Just go ahead and clean this out. So yeah, now once you do that, the next thing you want to do, that I do, I like to scrub down my rotors. Like I said, get some of the brake wear from the old pads off the rotor itself. So scrub on both sides. So I got this little Scotch Guard pad right here that I use. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and just wet it just a little bit and just scrub down the rotor on both sides. So I'll come back to that. So I got my pad. So what I like to do, just go ahead and just rub down the rotor. Get any like little wear marks that you can visibly see off of it as best you can. It'll help to bed in the new brake pads better. You don't gotta worry about some of the old wear that's on the rotor from the old pads. So this actually works pretty good. You know, I mean, you don't have to do it, but it's just a step that I like to do. So like I say, you want to get both sides. So I'll come back to it after I'm done with both sides of the video. I'll come back to it once I'm done with both sides of the rotor. Okay, I'm finishing up scrubbing down the rotors on both sides. Just about. On my pad, rotate the wheel. Then I'm just gonna take a little rag, a little paper towel, and just wipe it down. Wipe it down. You see some of that old gunk that's on there. So that would have been on your new pads. So just try and clean as thoroughly as you can. Alright. Alright, so next thing you want to do is go ahead and get your new pads. I'm going with these right here, the Vesper. Part number is VD-170JL Vesper. Here's all the information right here. Go ahead and look at it. Really nothing on the back. Front brake pads. Alright, so now crack these open. Then drop them. Should be okay. So now go ahead and take your caliper back off. Like I said, I cleaned in here pretty thoroughly, best I could. So now we're gonna take what you want to do. Actually, what you want to do, I almost forgot about this, is you want to go to your old pads, because these new pads ain't come with this shim right here. So what I normally do, I just take the shim off, the metal shim plate from off the old pad, and just put it on here on your new pad, like so. Just put it on the back of it like that. Let me do the other one. Get the little metal shim off, line it up, like so, just like that. So now, you want to take your caliper back off. You want to compress your piston, or compress the caliper back with the old pad. Just go ahead and grip. I like to just put one pad in, put 4 fingers in, and just squeeze hard as you can, and now to push the caliper back. And that way you can fit both your pads in, because you need to be able to get them, fit both the pads in back over the rotor. So take that one, slide it right there in there. Get the other one. Slide that one in. Just kind of hold them in place a little bit, because now you want to take your pin that you took out, pin right here, you want to put in. Now what you want to make sure is that what the pin is doing, let me show you. This hole right here, this hole right here, and this hole right here, that is what the pin goes through. So you want to slide them in, slide your pads in, and then push your pin through. And you want to make sure it goes to both sides. It's a little spring right here on your caliper. You want to push that, compress this pin right here that my finger's pointing to. You want to compress this pin, push it down, and then push the pin in, and let it slide in. So I'm gonna push the pin in. You see I slide through. Do the same thing with the other one. Do the same thing. Get your pin, and then you're gonna push the this little pin right here that's on your actual caliper. Push that in and push the pin all the way through. You want to make sure it goes all the way through onto the hole on your other brake pad, which you did. So now you want to separate them with your finger a little bit to get them to fit over your rotor. So separate it a little bit, slide right over the rotor. Alright, so now just going to tighten the pins up a little bit, and then we're going to put your bolts back in. Okay, I'm just going to hand tighten these pins right now. Just to hand tighten them. The spec for these on the 2013 CBR1000RR is 11 foot-pound if you want to torque it down 11 foot-pound. I'm just going to basically hand tighten these, but I am going to torque down the bolts to spec, and the foot-pounds for these 14mm bolts is 33 foot-pounds. So next, what I'm gonna do, since I have my bolts next, put a little bit of Loctite on here. Honda says these bolts are supposed to be like one-time use, but I've used these bolts over and over, and like I said, plenty of people use them over and over. So all you gotta do is apply a little bit of blue Loctite to it and place it in. Do the same thing with the other one. a little bit of blue Loctite on there, on the threads. That's good enough. Then put that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand tighten these up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you when I torque them down to 33 foot-pounds. Alright, I got the bolts basically hand tightened, so now I'm gonna set my torque wrench to 33 foot-pound and tighten it up. So where we at? 10 right there. That's 20, 30, 32, alright, 33. Lock it. Get ready to tighten it. $33. Do the other one. $33. Alright, so now I'm take these pins. I'm just gonna hand tighten them myself. I'm not gonna go too crazy with them because they don't have to be, like I said, the manual calls for 11 foot-pounds, so I can hand tighten that myself. And that's it. And you just repeat these steps, the same exact steps, and do it on the other side. And you'll have your front brakes, new brake pads in. So now, what you do want to do, you want to go ahead and when you push the caliper back, you need to go ahead and get the feel back in your brake lever. So you want to go ahead to your brake lever and give it a couple squeezes. You know, rotate the wheel a little bit, and then get a brake lever, a couple squeezes also, until you get the firmness and the tightness back in your brake lever. And after that, that's it. So go ahead and repeat these steps on the opposite side, and you'll be good to go. Alright, 2 up brake. Peace.